truth science.
As well as the standard fair use policy, these videos are protected under the Treaty of Peace and Friendship 1787.
Moors are awake. We are taking our place on this planet.
Islam Moors.
My nationality is Moorish.
If you want the past shows, they all $65. Give me 1 second. All right? That's all you got to do is click the link.
Okay.
All right? Praise Jesus, brother. God is good.
All right.
All right. Oh, y'all upset because I said that? You know the government don't sleep, so I don't know why black folks sleep. But, brother, I got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work. I wish I could sleep like that. I'll be up till 5 in the morning, big. So this is my job all day. It's my job.
So Sabir Begging Bey's job is to live stream twice a day. Gotcha. But continue on.
About this, because this weekend in my class, Mike, on the webinar, I'm going to be talking. I'm going to play. I'm going to send you a link, though. But it's $65 if anybody wants to join it, though. But I'm going to send you the link, Mike. It's going to be funny as hell. When you see this class, bro, and you go back to your class, it's going to F heads up. Bear with me. I'm going to just give you a sample of how this is going to go, right? So there is a professor and there's a sheriff. And I'm not going to give up everything. Y'all got to register for the class. But in the classroom, the dude was talking about how you get people to plead guilty. It was so funny. The slick way is so funny. Oh, it's going to be funny this weekend, dude, because I had a couple of people on last weekend because we did a video on sovereignty, sovereign citizen and sovereign people. We did it, so if anybody want that, you can purchase that. You can purchase last week's class too. It's $65. Y'all can get both of them, but I can email them to you. So best way with me to my brother who actually ordered it. I was cleaning up. So like I said, I don't have nobody cleaning for me. I don't have nobody cooking for me. So I cook my own food. I clean, I wash, I do those things. I multitask. And at the same time, texting my daughter at the same time. So it's called multitasking. So Mike, tell them what, let me drink me some water. I'm glad Mike is on because I ain't had water all day. I went 4 hours with no water earlier, bro. I'm gonna explain something to y'all. And this is why people don't truly understand me, Mike. And I'm gonna let you continue. Mm-hmm. You know how people say their pronouns is he, she, they, them, whatever? People say that, right?
Right.
How the hell people keep talking about their pronouns as these things and people running around calling themselves adjectives, my nigga? Help it, make it make sense. I'm a black man. How, Sway? How are you a black man? Just think about it. I'm black, brother, but that's an adjective to describing something. But really, what's the noun? So my pronouns is I wish a nigga would.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That's not a pronoun. No, I'm dead serious. That's my pronouns. I wish a nigga would. I wish a nigga would. That's my pronouns. Right. I'm like, nah, man, I can't be in it because I would challenge the professor. This is why I wouldn't go into law school. I can. Now, I'm not the brightest motherfucker. I walked out of school in the 12th grade.
Excuse me, Sabir. I hate to burst your bubble, but the reason you can't go to law school is because you haven't even finished high school yet. So in order to go to law school, you would have to complete high school first and then go to college. So I don't know why you're telling this silly story. It just makes no sense.
Good Lord. I'm like, nah, man, I can't be in it because I would challenge the professor. This is why I wouldn't go into law school. I can. Now, I'm not the brightest motherfucker. I walked out of school in the 12th grade. I literally walked out of South Philadelphia High in the 12th grade, my nigga. I never went to college. Never went to college, but you want to put your degree up?
Me either. That sounds so fun.
Do y'all want to put your degree up next to me? Put your degree up next to Sabir. Let me explain this to you, and I'm going to explain that too. I walked out of school in the 12th grade. I could take the LSC test. I did it before. See, people don't even understand. What the hell is that, Sabir? LSAT test. But I took it, right?
So the LSAT test is the law school admission test. Now, Sabir Bey claims he has taken this test before, But it's funny how he doesn't mention whether he passed or failed the test. Now, I'm pretty sure he failed the test. And Sabir, even if you would have passed the test, you still would have to complete high school first to enter into law school. So you telling this story is just pointless. You just go on and on and on for no reason, trying to sell yourself to your subscribers so that way they can purchase your classes. This is shameful.
I don't have nothing to prove to anyone. I've done it. I just choose not to go into the profession. So when Mike said about the bar, right? Before you take the bar, you said before the bar, right? Right? So let me show you something, Mike. Do you see this book sitting right here?
Yeah.
You ever see that book before?
Yeah.
That's my book. So you think I'm not ahead of these people, what they saying? Oh, I'm way ahead. So this is from the American Bar Foundation, not American Sabir Foundation. This says the American Bar Foundation, 1952. So let me share this with y'all. So when I was doing my classes in Long Beach, what I was doing is bringing people into this so you can understand what is going on. So this is why I said you can put me in Harvard in a round table with any of these people and watch what happened. I don't have to go to law school for what? I don't want to. I got Mike there. I can say, Mike, yo, this is what you can look into. You follow me? I'm fine.
Sabir, you couldn't even go to law school even if you wanted to. You would have to complete high school first to do that, silly.
But let me just show you something inside this book, bro. Let's go into the American Bar Foundation book. Bear with me. I know I printed. Here you go. This is inside my book, bro. It talks about the American Bar Foundation. Look, this document, few lawyers and few practicing lawyers realize that the Magna Carta of the British statutes. Look, it should be required reading in every school and college. Did you know that they were saying that back then? This is from the American Bar Foundation. You think I'll be just on these fees is popping yak glitter? No, I don't. This should be read in every school, in every college. That's the American Bar Foundation. I choose not to go to law school.
I swear, this dude Sabir Begging Bey is a complete idiot. You keep hearing him say, I choose not to go to law school. That's like me saying, I chose not to be a quarterback for the New York Jets because I didn't go and try out. Like, what does that mean? You choose not to go to law school. Sir, you also chose not to finish high school, and you would have to complete high school to even go to law school. So I don't even understand the point that you are trying to make. You think because you have some law books, you are qualified to talk about law, or even because you have law books, now that means you are so smart and you wouldn't need to go to law school because you have all the books in the world. You clearly don't even understand anything that you're reading in the law books that you have. So please stop saying that you chose not to go to law school. Sir, it wasn't a choice because you also made the choice to not finish high school. And in order to go to law school, you would have to complete high school first.
I choose not to go to law school. Now, I'm not the brightest motherfucker. I walked out of school in the 12th grade. I literally walked out of South Philadelphia High in the 12th grade, my nigga. I never went to a college. Never went to college. But let me explain this to you, and I'm going to explain that too. I walked out of school in the 12th grade. I choose not to go to law school. Well, I can tell you what kind of courtrooms you're definitely in. So if you ain't signed up for my classes, just watch my class on Sunday. Subscribe to my class on Sunday. It's okay. It's only $65 for y'all. This is the Christmas gift for y'all. It's $65. You can bring all your attorneys to this cipher right now. Bring them. And I'm going to say this one more time for y'all. If you don't go get me an attorney and you keep yapping, don't comment because I will block you for eternity. I know what kind of courtrooms we're in. Want me to tell y'all what it is? The Admiralty Maritime Courts.
Now, those type of statements are what makes Sabir a complete joke. He talks as if he's smarter than everyone, and then at the same time he says he's not a sovereign citizen, yet he says the very things that sovereign citizens say. Sovereign citizens think that all courts are averred maritime courts. Sabir, if I get locked up for shooting someone or armed robbery, the court that my trial will be held in would not be an averred maritime court. Like, what in the doohickey are you talking about? Only sovereign citizens say things like that. And it is an absolute joke that you have the nerve to be trying to charge people for your law classes, especially knowing the fact that you didn't even complete high school. Sabir, you are an utter joke.
I know what kind of courtrooms we're in. Want me to tell y'all what it is? The Admiralty Maritime Courts. Oh, you in Admiralty Maritime Courts, brother. Make me out of a liar. You're not in constitutional courts, bro. You're not in constitutional courts. You in commercial courts, big. You have two different. I'm gonna help y'all out. This is why Mike was bringing up the Constitution. You have two Article 3 courts. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but don't try to get everything out of me. But I will cover these things on Sunday with facts. You have two different Article 3 courts. Yes, they are. What he just said is one is constitutional by the Constitution, one is corporate. This is why he was taking the class. You know what I mean? But I have all of this. I choose not to. So imagine a person with the mentality that I have, what I would do inside there, Mike. I choose not to. So what you do, you have mouthpieces for you. So let me explain this to y'all just in case y'all don't know. You do know that there is a difference between attorney at law and attorney in law. Y'all know that? All the different terminologies. Attorney at the law, which means you're at the law, but you're not in the law. It's not semantics. This is why he was just telling you about etymology. You think that these attorneys don't know? You think they don't know? At is at the door. In is in the door. Am I lying, Mike?
Correct.
So at the door means you're at it. It's like you're practicing. When you finish practicing, when you're training, right, you perform, right?
Attorney at law does not mean that you're training. It doesn't mean that you're at the door. It doesn't mean what you just explained it to mean. And it is crazy that people would actually pay to hear you talk when all they have to do is go on the internet and see what these words mean. So you know what? Let me just put it up on the screen for you guys so that way you can see that what Sabir just said was a bunch of rubbish.
Let me explain this to y'all just in case y'all don't know. You do know that there is a difference between attorney at law and attorney in law. Y'all know that? All the different terminologies. Attorney at the law, which means you're at the law, but you're not in the law. It's not semantics. This is why he was just telling you about etymology. You think that these attorneys don't know? You think they don't know? At is at the door. In is in the door. Am I lying, Mike?
Correct.
So at the door means you're at it. It's like you're practicing. When you finish practicing, when you're training, right, you perform, right?
Once again, when Sabir opens his mouth, he proves how ignorant he truly is. Attorney at law and attorney in law, there is no difference. Yet he's sitting up here trying to articulate as if he's so smart that there's an actual difference. This is why he is not qualified to be teaching any classes, let alone selling them on the internet. He is a joke.
Okay, so I understand the judges. You think bring me a judge. I just typed to Judge Joe Brown. Bring me all the judges. I'm not here to, because this is the thing with some people. A lot of people are scary as hell, brother. Even some of these Moors. Niggas are scary for real. But why don't you go get the judges and get the attorneys and we can have this discussion? Seriously. So I can pull out every attorney bar card that I ever met and it never say lawyer on it. So if you don't understand etymology or etymon, right? The language, origins, which Mike just said, and understand what juris means. I am, when I go to the airports, I put JD on my joint. Nigga, what's that? I don't know what that is, Sabir. I am a Juris Doctor.
Now, this right here is quite embarrassing and sad at the same time. Sabir Bey has anointed himself a Juris Doctor. Now, the reason it's sad is because this man has accomplished so little in life that he just goes around and gives himself titles that he cannot obtain in society. Now, a Juris Doctor is the standard degree obtained to practice law in the United States. Sabir, you have not obtained a law degree, so you are in no shape or form a Juris Doctor. And just saying that you are doesn't make it so. Now, it's sad because Sabir Bey's followers will probably actually believe that he's a Juris Doctor because he shows a bunch of Black's Law dictionaries. This right here is truly sad. Sabir Bey is a high school dropout claiming to be a Juris Doctor. Now, there is no way he can be a Juris Doctor because he hasn't even finished high school. Sabir, just stop it. You are embarrassing yourself. This is sad. You have children. They're going to go back and see your videos of you giving yourself these titles and accomplishments, and they are going to be embarrassed that you are their parent.
Out of a liar. Well, brother, you quote law dictionary. No, I'm just showing y'all what is going on. And juris is language, juris is law, and diction means speak. Jurisdiction. Stop making stuff complicated, brother. Mike just told y'all about etymology, but y'all worried about how many football scores niggas got. They don't understand what the RICO law is and what he just told you about Trump. And I'm not even following what was going on with Donald Trump. I'm not even following it because I know it's a circus. And this is why they call stuff kangaroo courts. You are in a kangaroo court. I know that. And when you go into those courts, you go in accordingly. Like you go in, you hire those people, but you have to know what to say.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
That's me. That was me right there. I went into the law library in Canada. Look that up. Jackman Law Building. Look that up. Tell me if I'm lying about that building right there. That's me in Canada. Told you I go to every law library. I'll be trying to dig it in, bro. I'll be trying to figure out what is the connection. Go look up and make me out of a liar. Look up, somebody please Google Jackman Law Building. Look it up. I'll wait for y'all. Don't keep trying to get something free from me on here, brother. You can sign up for Sunday class, or you can get the last 2 classes. Did you look it up, Mike? Look up Jackman Law Library. Y'all got Siri, right? Ask Siri where it's at. Let me show you something, how crazy this is, Mike. It ain't really crazy, but I'm just going to show you something. Look what was in there when I was sitting on the floor in there. Give me 1 second. And I'm going to go back to this jury thing in a minute. Just bear with me. What did that say right there? That's me inside the law library. Yo, I said, the law of human rights in Canada. You don't have our people talk about human rights over here, do we? Duh. So when Look, Mike, when they called me for jury duty, right? When in Philly, it was over 18 years ago. So I've been living out here for 14 years, I think. But about 18 years ago, I was in Philly. And I remember them calling me for jury duty. So they called me up for jury duty and at the Criminal No Justice Center in Philadelphia. We call it Criminal No Justice Center. So when I was in Philly, I went up there and it was always our people that's always doing something, Mike. So I'm up there. So the lady said, would you obey the judge? Of course, I said no. And at the time, I'm more radical than I am now. I'm more common now. But I told him, no, I wouldn't obey the judge. No, I wouldn't. Do anybody know why I said that?
Yes, I know why. It's because you're a sovereign citizen and you were looking for an easy way out of jury duty. You were looking to get disqualified. Now, my question is, if these courts and the laws don't have jurisdiction, why did you show up to the courthouse and report for jury duty to only act a fool to get disqualified on purpose? You shouldn't have rolled out of your bed and reported to jury duty.
You know why I said that, Mike? I mean, Stefan, you can jump on his feed, brother. You're doing a lot of typing. You can't be working around the clock, brother. You can jump on the feed. It's okay. We don't bite on this channel. Do you know why I said I wouldn't obey the judge? The reason why I told him that, right, is because I said I would invoke, and this is why, Mike, I want to be very careful and I don't say stuff on YouTube anymore. You just have to sign up for my classes. I told the lady, first of all, I said, where did you get my information from? That's what I asked her. And she said, this is at the time when I was living in Philly, I had the driver's license, right? She said, oh, it's your driver's license. She told me, right? So I said, but I didn't give you permission to send me something in the mail. This is what I said to her. This is all the stuff I'm doing. I said, I didn't give you permission to send me anything in the mail. So she said, well, let me ask you a question. She said, why would you not obey the judge? Because I said I would deal with jury nullification. Yeah, boy, if she was a white woman, she would have turned pink. I swear to God. She was so freaking heated that she called 3 other people over. Us. I'm in Criminal No Justice Center in Philadelphia on the 2nd floor. That's where you go for jury duty, upstairs, and they question you. So the crazy part was the dude who said, this is exactly what the dude said. He asked me, Mike, are you one of those guys that don't pay taxes? I said, did I say that? Don't put words in my mouth. Now I'm getting mad. I'm sitting in this motherfucking room now. I'm getting pissed off at this dude, right? I said, well, have you ever read the Constitution? It says Indians not taxed, right? This is what I'm telling him. I'm quoting it. I didn't even have it with me. I said, go pick up the Constitution. That's why you brought it up, Mike. It says Indians not taxed. It didn't say exempt. Exempt means that you're asking someone.
So now this Moorish American black man is trying to infer that he's an Indian and shouldn't be taxed. So pretty much he's questioning the guy as to why he is asking him about not paying taxes. Sabir, you clearly don't look like an Indian because you're not an Indian. So why would the guy assume that you're an Indian, therefore someone that is tax exempt? You are a freaking idiot.
So you thinking I'm being sarcastic and smart, but I'm only telling you what law is. That's what I'm doing. So when he thought he can get to me, because our people get prestige, we get in these positions and think we doing something. We smart. I went to Howard and Harvard. Nigga, I don't give a damn what school you went to. You was indoctrinated. You wasn't educated. There's a difference. So as I'm sitting there, 4 of them around me now, and we sitting there going ham. But if I was smart, Mike, honestly, if I was smart now, knowing what I know now, the way I would do it, I wouldn't have said nothing. I would just say, okay, cool. But see, this is the key about what I want y'all to understand. Everything it's a thing called adhesion contracts, if y'all know what that is. So that is something that is like taped to something else that has connections to something else. So I thought about it. I said, well, damn, if I would have did it, I know the whole law dictionary in my head. I can tell you every part inside of a law dictionary, what kind of courtrooms we're in, how it is, the words. I can tell you that. So about a week later, I get mail, right? And it stated that I was disqualified for jury duty. Now, knowing what I know now, I would have been like, yeah, let's sit in the room for a minute. So if we're dealing with people, let me show you how slimy, dude. I can go ham on all of this, brother. I just shut it up a lot of times. I sat in a room with many attorneys, believe me, and they would say, "No, that nigga coming." So let me tell you how this goes. If I'm sitting here and they say a jury of your peers, that means people who know you. That's people who know you. That's like your community. You think that for 1 second, where's that book at? A Jew accused. Well, anyway, I could have pulled that out. But all Jews come in the same room and they say, we know his character. That's your peers. Not Wang Lei, not Tony Molino, that's not your peer. Your peers will be your neighborhood or your community. We don't have that. We don't have, and we are so damn dumbed down by this school system that we don't even recognize it. And we try and we defend the madness. We're defending it. Put me in Harvard with your best scholars. Put me in Harvard with your best scholars. I've been in Harvard Law Library, Harrison Law Library, Thurgood Marshall Law Library, Jenkins Law Library, City Hall Law Library. Which one? I showed you Canada, right? So it's not one law library that I don't. Even out here, the UCLA. I've been in all of them. I can tell you what's going on. I just choose not to go down there because you literally, it's like people always try to put me in a box, right? Or I didn't have people say, well, why don't you become a Grand Sheik in the temple? No, nigga, I didn't want to be a part of that. I don't even want to be in radio stations anymore. You know that? Because with technology, I don't even want to be in the United States no more. That's how I am. And because of technology, I can do my show around the planet.